So a bunch of people have been asking me recently what is going to happen with my business when I have a second baby, or what I'm going to do for work, and if I'm going to stop working, and what my plan is around that. So I thought I would just share with you what my plan is around that. Currently, right now, I am 30 weeks pregnant. Little man is in there doing all sorts of crazy things all of the time. He never seems to stop moving. It is exhausting. So I've got about 10 weeks left, unless he comes early, to get my shit together so that my business can run without me until, you know, I'm ready to do more work again when Bob comes. This pregnancy has been a lot more challenging than my first, possibly due to the fact that I have a toddler already, so it's very exhausting. But also I have had issues with back pain, really low iron again now in the third trimester, so I'm trying really hard to get my iron levels back up. But yeah, and I've got a few clients that are pregnant and that I've been talking to recently about this as well, and they're like, what am I going to do with my team? Like, how are they going to run everything? And I think the most important thing is, one, you really have to have very clear systems and procedures documented. You have to have everything written down and easy to follow instructions the exact way that you want or need it to be done when you're not there. Two, you need to have a really great team that's really supportive of you, and you have to have open, honest communication with them about how you are feeling, as well as just what you want done. This is something that, after a conversation on the weekend with some of my clients, I pick up on the fact that people are really, it's the right word, they separate themselves from their team, and they don't open up, and they're not transparent enough. And you know, when I say to my team, look guys, I'm really struggling to focus on anything today, so I really need some extra help because I said that I would do these things this week and I just can't, then they, you know, they want to help me and they step up, and I show them appreciation and gratitude, and I give them, you know, people love to have that extra responsibility or freedom in a part of their role to, you know, to do things to impress you or impress the clients. And I think that's a really important thing to just realize, that your team needs to include you as well. And it doesn't even mean that you have to be doing the same amount of work as the team, because your job role as the business owner should be, you know, the leader. You come up with the ideas, you create the vision, you ask for help, and you've given people jobs. But yeah, if you want to be able to have time off work, whether it be because you're having a baby, or because you're going on holidays, or because you just need it or want it, or maybe you get sick, you have to have all of these things in place. So with my firstborn, I actually didn't really have any time off work, and it's simply because I love my work, and I feel like if I stop working, then I'm like, what the fuck else do I do? I don't want to just sit around and watch TV. And so I actually was, people will laugh at me when I say this, I was literally making sales while I was in labor with my first baby. I had the epidural and I had a really long labor, and people were inquiring about buying my courses and stuff, and I was like, yeah, and people were signing up and buying books. And then basically, as soon as he was born, I think there was maybe like a week or two that, yeah, I didn't do any work, and I just wanted to get used to being a mum. I still think I was checking Facebook messages or updating stuff, but I don't really classify that as work. But I guess I'm just going to plan to do the same thing again. So it's kind of a combination of, yeah, have some strategy, ask for help for the team, make sure everybody's really, really crystal clear on exactly what they need to be doing, and that you've, you know, taken that time to prepare to make sure, you know, you can't just tell people to do something once and then expect them to do it perfectly forever after that as well. There's always like a period of training time. It's like giving someone a bike and saying, here, ride this, and they've never done it before. You have to coach people through things, unless they're just magical like Holly. I was just thinking, like, when I hired Holly to do the housework, she's like, I basically just create my own role and figure things out at the time. And she has. The first thing that you have to do if you're going to step out of your business for any period of time is, one, fix any urgent holes or problems that there are, and try and get someone else to do them so that they know how to take over them in case they happen next time. Systemize it at the same time. Two, train your team to take over anything you've still been doing. So for me, I've been working on that basically since I found out that I was pregnant with this one. There's still a few more things, maybe like 1 or 2 things that I'm still needing to get off my plate. One being the sales process, because I'm the main person who kind of like, you know, sells things in my business, I guess, in terms of doing live videos and webinars. That's one thing that I'm going to try and get off my plate. I've already got all of the coaching and support for my clients off my plate, but I can still do it in bits when I feel like it, but I don't have to do it. And that's the real kind of key to having that business that can run without you, because you don't just want to sit around and do nothing all the time. Get as much off your plate as possible, or I got as much off my plate as possible, which means I looked at things that I'd said yes to, that I'd committed to, coming up like during my pregnancy and after my pregnancy, that were causing me any kind of pressure or stress, and I said, I'm sorry, I need to get that off my plate because it is stressing me out and it's causing me extra pressure and noise and unnecessarily taking energy from my thoughts that I don't need. A big part of this pregnancy for me has been focusing on rest and self-care and looking after myself and my health and my diet. I've had a few issues in the beginning of this pregnancy where I just was turned off a lot of foods. I couldn't eat certain things. And then when that kind of went away, I've been really consciously trying to make sure I'm getting all of the right nutrients, taking the right supplements, which is why it sucks so much that my iron has gotten so low again in my 3rd trimester, because it was really high in my 2nd trimester, and I haven't really changed anything. So it just shows you how much the baby takes, and it's exhausting. And also my happiness and just making sure I don't put anything onto my own plate right now that really I don't want to do. And then, yeah, the next part is when the baby comes along, figure it out as I go, because I don't know what my life is going to be like with 2 babies until I have 2 babies. So I guess I've always got that, you know, let go of control and just surrender and see how things go, period. And totally depends on this little one. Like if he's going to be a good sleeper, if he's going to be a bad sleeper, if he's sick, like who knows. I'm just going to have to figure that out and trust that everything will be fine. And I think it depends on what your definition is of everything being fine, because to me, I'm like, look, if I'm alive, everything else is fine. Everything is figure outable, and it helps to kind of just take the pressure off to think about things that way. So that's my plan. Yeah, I don't have a set plan for what's going to happen when baby comes along. I'll just figure it out as I go. Definitely not going to stop working completely though, because it's just not who I am, and that makes me feel really miserable when I don't create or help people for too long. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if this helped. If you have any tips, once again, for getting used to 2 babies, or a toddler and a baby. I know I've asked this before, but I'm still open for more of them. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope that you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If there's any other questions or anything that you want to know or see or hear about or need help with, comment below and let me know so I can make another video for you. Don't forget to subscribe as well. So I put out new videos every single week answering questions and giving business tips and ideas. And if you think that this video would benefit anyone else, or if there's anyone in your life that you would like to see it, please feel free to share it with them. And if you want more from me and from other business owners, come over and join my free Facebook group on Facebook called Coffee with Carissa, where at least usually once a day or every second day I'm posting tips and tricks and advice and thoughts and strategies and things that are just inspired to keep you motivated, to make you happy, to make you sometimes question things about yourself and your business. And I'd really love to have you in there. It's basically like an online coffee shop full of really awesome, positive, uplifted, like-minded entrepreneurs who are all trying to just make the best of life and grow a successful business. Just click the link below in the description and it'll take you straight to the group.